Hey, this is the Funding CEO. All right, and we're gonna take a minute. It's been a while, guys. Just wanted to jump back on here, and look forward to speaking to some people that has always been following the Funding CEO and getting some credit information, funding information, and have really been supportive. So I definitely wanted to come back around. I've really been so busy, and the schedule's been so it's been a blessing. I'll put it that way. So guys, just really 2021. I've always looked at the more you put in, the more you get out of it. So you know going into COVID, I had a whole lot of downloads about, what I'm needing to do far as, a man, a father, business owner, a leader, what I would say, trying to push, what I feel is very important to our communities. Um, and challenging myself and opening up to a whole different platform of people that's ready for new information and ready to live a life that can really be, in the present, not so much in the future, as long as they have the right information. Um, Everybody knows me. I'm always, about the information and thinking and trying to be very proactive when it comes to, people say going against the grain. I was just being in the flow and being in the rhythm. Um, but today I have a couple great announcements that I wanted to make. In the, I guess what you would call more so when it comes to public service announcement or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of things that needs to be said so people can understand and know the direction. So if someone is either, looking for the services or looking to, connect with me, these are the areas for 2021 that I will be more so residing in, while we put my interest in, and, and having my direction of sort of where I'm going, there's a whole lot of things have changed. A lot of things, of course, have changed in the economy. A lot of things have changed in the world itself. A lot of things have just changed inside of way people thinking. So, I'm always trying to get engaged into what's next and what's the next level. So first thing that I want to do, hope I'm getting on live here soon so I can be able to show you guys. But I definitely want to make the perfect service announcement when it comes to the company itself. Um, with that being said, I got some things that I want to convey. I just before I put it out there, I just want to make sure that everybody's on. I'm gonna give them a second. Um, you know, see what's everything that's going here. Let me make sure. Okay. We go good, Nate. What to go? Okay. All right. So what we want to do is I want to make some announcements. Okay. So I'm on the Facebook. I'm on everything right now. All right. All right. Great. Perfect. Um, First thing when it comes to the public service announcement, now for 6 years, guys, I want to definitely know, I was that one-stop shop. I think I was one of the few real business models, I would say. I can't speak for everything, but I just know that, when it came to credit, I really wanted to take it to the next level. And I added some other services that was definitely out there, but it wasn't so much of a stickler in the business. It wasn't a stickler in Charlotte. It wasn't a stickler in the banking capital on the East Coast outside of New York, right? So with me, I wanted to push the paradigm into really getting people that didn't know and have an understanding of what the dynamics and how interchangeable we were to how we buy, sell, how our credit really affects the economy, how we can leverage that stuff, how we can really live off of how we make our decisions when it comes to our credibility, when it comes to our, our adult report card, if you want to call that, and pushing the dynamics of what business is all about, right? And I've always, I went to Old Dominion University. I was in the Navy for 4 years. I was in and out of Desert Storm, went to Bahrain, just had some support on a destroyer. I really went into a whole lot of different, aspects, worked for the Veterans Hospital, had several businesses, travel agency, had my own venue, club, had restaurant, had my own ticketing, company that was, in about 3 different states. But now in the financial market, this one-stop shop means a lot to me. I think right now is so profound for people to really understand in grips of understanding where we are as a community, where we are as a people, how Charlotte is growing, how the world is growing, how things are really getting faster, how social media, how people reaching out to you, our decision making, our programming, and our minds. So I wanted to make sure that where we are as adults, I wanted to give back. Of course, I put my Model 1 up in the Lake Norman area of people that's in the Carolinas, understand that area. Also set it down also in the Concord area, and had a platform, of course, and still do in the malls here, one in definitely in Concord area. And then that's sort of where the strategizing, where the headquarters is as well. But with that, during COVID, I started putting out a lot of podcasts, a lot of information. Everything was for free. I was just giving it up. I was teaching, letting it go. But at the end of the day, really where my heart was, I was thinking about the kids, and I was thinking about where would I be as a kid, justifying how to understand where's my life at, everything changed. I know it changed for us as adults. So I can imagine what it was for our kids, no matter what grade they were in, just the dynamics change. I'll say, so with that, with our financial literacy and when it comes to our kids, it's already like spoon-fed at a very small fraction to what we know what's really realistic out here, what's really running the world. It's a small fraction of what our kids really know about how this stuff works. So I put my passion into putting the financial literacy FC Academy online, and I put it in the malls, and I sort of interacted with the first group that came my way. And big shout out to Chris, big shout out to Joseph Butler and Boys to Men and those guys. And so we did a template aspect of putting kids through my financial literacy academy, and it was awesome. We had the kids interacting, went through our curriculum. We put them out in the mall. They start articulating and working with adults and talking to them and really challenging them as kids, as to be able to talk to adults about credit and about business credit and enhancement programs and what credit is all entails and how it really works. And I really seen those the confidence in those guys change. I really seen the mental atmosphere of their financial literacy speak for them. They even talk different, they walk different. So it was like, wow. So that was really that was a good feeling for me to really make an impact when it came to kids. And so with that being said, a month later, that was, about 3 months ago, right after that, a few weeks ago, I released my book called The Passion for Freedom, which it was really really talking about the challenges and being flexible and the things that I've had to see and go through in life and the challenges that I had to be able to see and understand and overstand when it came to what this life is really about from my perspective. But I also wanted to um, about how things could actually show up in how I respected and honored my mom and my grandmother when it came to what the things that they put inside of me. How I learned about just staying humble, staying grateful, working hard. Being able to get to the small. If you do the small things, you can get to the big things, and really, never undermining my capabilities. And so that was just like a giving back. I couldn't make it. Of course, my grandmother, aka other mother, she's passed. She passed in 2016, but I was actually be able to, share that with my mother that's actually still here. Big shout out, salute to Mom Dukes. She was really happy and excited about that. So I really had to put that first book out to them. And so now, I have a lot of courses and things that's going to be coming up. So with that being said, I wanted to challenge myself this year, and I get more fulfillment as one being an author, two as being a speaker, three as being a financial literacy advisor, facilitator, and a nonprofit founder of Wisdom Foundation as well. Being able to work with Second Chance brothers that's coming out of prison, kids that's had challenges that really need to embark in somebody that believes in them. I really want to affect the economy and it really affect the economy when it comes to putting these kids back into the economy with the right mindset and with the tools that they can go in and be great and feel that confidence and know that they can go out and take care of their families and take care of their kids the way they're supposed to, and don't worry about what's on their criminal record or whatever's out there. And I'm very stickler about what I know and what I do know and what I say can go on a credit report has nothing to do with what goes on your criminal record, right? So it doesn't matter about what's going on and what's been said. Luckily enough, thank God, I had never been, inside of a penitentiary or a facility like that. But I know that it has really, marveled my whole, my life has been around me, inside out, family, friends, a lot of people, and they were good people. So, I just wanted to be able to put that out. So with the book and with the financial literacy platform, with the academy, with the new speaking platform, I have some upcoming dates that I'm going to be, speaking. I have some things up in DC area, embarking my real estate company up there more into, more of the, PG, Prince George County. Big shout out to Sean Miller up there, my mentor. He's really rolling out a lot of stuff up there in that area. Really looking to do some events up there, talking to kids down there. And Atlanta, had a great time this past weekend with my book release date. Went down there to a whole lot of different inner circles that was in Atlanta, that was present and that was very supportive with that. But I really wanted to say that the big, decision-making platform, it is really, anybody knows me, it's sort of hard to let some things go, but for me, I know Funding Credit has took me to some places and gave me things that I never would have thought that would come, but it really gave me the wisdom, and it gave me on how to adjust and how to really understand how a lot of things work when it comes to credit, numbers, business, and the design of, how capitalism works. And I'm really honored with that. But, it's time for me to move on. So I want to make this announcement to say that, Funding Credit as you know it is becoming more of a joint venture. And from this point, I will no longer really be more into any of the credit aspect of it. I still will be more of a part owner of it, but I'm sort of more of I'm sort of giving that away. Um, so with that, I'm getting more into more of the speaking, the financial literacy empowerment, being able to go out and speak to nonprofits, colleges, and different things like that. So, I appreciate everybody that has supported me over the years. And, everybody that has, was able to go out and build their credit, get their credit clean, go out and, open up that business. I really take honor to that with anybody that I've ever helped in that area. It's been a wonderful, 2015, 6 years. It doesn't even seem it went past so fast. Everybody knew me before that. I was doing tickets and Black Ticket Master, and I was all over the place doing all that stuff. And it was great. But yeah, falling down into funding credit, it was really an honor for me to take something that life put me pretty much back on my mom's couch. I was, it was a transition in life, and being in my 30s at that time, I was like, wow, like I had to have a sense of direction. And so when I, uh, you know, tighten my boot, tighten my belt up, and, looked in the mirror and was like, okay, how can I impact, and how can I solve my problem, what I've looked at and what I've had a challenge with. And I built the business model from scratch, and here we go. Now, I am more so into the underwriting caliber of finance now. I have the confidence and I have the relationships now that I can pretty much underpin anything that is coming from either from out of a bank or either the systems that come in from a bank. I want to be working directly with a lot of banks right now on a lot of strategic, systems that's going to be needed in the future. I can't really say what company that I'm going to be working with. And I'm going to also be doing a joint venture with a Fortune 500 company that's coming into North Carolina. And they decided to put their options on my doorstep. And just want to, let you guys know, stay tuned for that. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to really pretty much be able to take on a whole nother light when it comes to funding. That's one thing I don't want to let go of. And so, the funding credit, as with the credit aspect, it will still be there, guys. I'm not, we're not letting it go, but I won't be running that part. That's more from a joint venture that I'm deciding to sort of let someone drive that car and then do that part. But for me, in the next couple of weeks, you'll actually be seeing, something happening here in the Carolinas that I pretty much have took over this region with a Fortune 500 company. And so that's going to be something that's going to be really inspiring for me. It's going to be a challenge for me. And I never, could see myself building something from scratch and then, honoring who I am and not changing my mind. And my motto, you can get anything you want as long as you don't change your mind. Now, been able to be looked at and to be groomed by a Fortune 500 company. That's something that says a whole lot for our community. It says a whole lot for people that, that wants to step out on faith. It says a whole lot to people that, just, doesn't really know where they want to do with their life. All I can say is don't ever give up, whatever makes you happy. Always remember, as long as you're serving people, and, it's not about the money, guys. It's all about, how can I serve better? How many people can I affect? The money will come after that, and anybody that knows that Meta Marvin, the spiritual piece with me, money always was my own natural energy yield, MONEY. It's nothing about the green stuff. It's you, my own natural energy yield, right? So it's what you say about yourself, how you feel about yourself, how you speak of your business, how you present yourself, how you show up on time, how you give people the patience, and how you're honoring your services, and how your integrity goes, and how you, carry out what you say you're going to do, you do it, right? That's money, guys, and that equate to whatever value you want to put it on. It'll take you in places you never thought that you could go, right? So don't chase the money. Don't chase it. Just be it. And so with that, I have, that piece of me that's really want to get into more of empowering people, and teaching my courses, and teaching people how they can become, even greater or more knowledgeable in certain areas, so they can go and impact themselves and also impact others. And the Meta Marvin, I have a course out that I want to show people how to monitor, what they have going on out here in the world from an inside out perspective. Definitely check out metamarvin.com. It's going to be coming out with a whole lot of merchandise, and a lot of different things. You see things called God Express, the God in us, as us. A lot of people laugh. They're like, well, God USA. No, it's not God USA, guys. It's God in us, as us. God need us to act the way we need to be acting, so he can express through us. If we're not God expressed, then we're not the image and likeness of who he is. So he needs you to stand up and act on faith and risk. They want to say, well, Marvin, what is risk? Well, risk is where God is. You can't be challenging yourself. You got to challenge something that there's something greater than you. So with that being said, guys, all those components has always been there for me. And those are the things that kept me together and kept me being sane, being able to go against a lot of things you would never thought that a Black man would have to go through, in this Bible Belt, in this banking capital, and to be able to get to this point. And just 5 years ago, I was selling tickets. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm, sitting right beside by, my peers that's going to, that's running a Fortune 500 that did $13 billion in the first quarter of 2021. And, so I'm really elated about that. I'm humbled with that. But at the end of the day, I want to take that platform, not from an egoic perspective, not to say, oh, it's not the beat on the chest. It's about impacting people, saying, hey, man, if people know where I come from and know what I experienced, and just 5 or 6 years ago, I'm out here doing concerts and doing all this old stuff, which I enjoyed it. But then now, just being able to go from A to Z, that's just a fulfilling feeling for me. And so I want to play that best example to let people know it's doable and it can be done. Okay. And I was down in Atlanta this past weekend, and I really wanted to definitely give a big shout out to the Boston, the gala, the Tea Party. It was really a lot of people, city officials and people from Atlanta that was in there. They really gave me a lot of support when it came to the book, gave me a lot of support when it came to a lot of circles that runs in Atlanta. I mean, down there, it is really, the brothers and sisters down there, the people, they really connected, and they really support one another. And I really appreciate that. But other than that, guys, I just want to let you know that I will be doing some events and webinars and conferences. Look forward to seeing that. It will be in the in Concord Mills. You will be seeing it on the billboards at Route 29 Pavilion at the concert building. You will see a lot of things that's coming up on the highways. You're going to be seeing it. Marvin. I'm really going to be, putting things out here so people can understand how of an impact that God had put in me to be able to to impact other people. So that's to be continued and to be announced here soon. But guys, that's where I'm at. Just letting you know I'm good with everything. I haven't been on here for a while. I just wanted to let you guys know that I just really been sort of taking care of my business, make sure I had to get my book out. I had to do that. That was a healing part for me. And then I had to also let people know that I'm definitely going to be doing more underwriting and getting a lot of things done on a higher level so I can be able to serve and help a lot of people. Okay. So big shout out to Matthew Knowles and his camp. Big shout out to everybody that helped me put things up. My man, Nate the Great. I appreciate everything when it comes to Lily Baker, Louis Dominguez, Mary. It goes on and on and on. People that have really been supportive, Armani, my staff. It just goes on. Oh, Cynthia Davis, big shout out. The bookkeeping, my CPA, everybody's just been awesome. And I can't ask for more, man. When God put good people around you, I'm telling you, it'll make you really slow down and make you realize, like, it's bigger than me, man. You know. But guys, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. And when it comes to getting acclimated to the right information, please give me support on these courses. I'm about to put some information, and this is not a sales pitch at all, but I'm about to put some information in these courses, guys, that you will literally be able to sit in your house and be able to do whatever you want to do in this financial economy on your own, or you will be able to go out and be knowledgeable what you need to do. Okay. I want to be able to leave the legacy and the information that people can actually change the dynamics of what's going on with their life just by what they know. And the biggest thing about it, guys, is their consumer rights. If you don't know who you are in this whole thing, in this whole soup of finance, well, how can you change things? You're going to keep looking for Meta Marvin or someone else to come up and help you. That's never going to happen. You need to know who you are. You need to know who you are and what your consumer rights are. You need to know really where you stand. You need to know what's been taken away from you. You need to know what you can change by making one phone call, right? So I have a lot of Financial Literacy Academy with these courses that's going to be coming out. I look forward to seeing everybody enjoying that. I'm definitely making them a way that people can be able to afford them. And it's going to be really impacted with a whole lot of information. So guys, stay tuned. That's pretty much all I needed to say. I just wanted to make that announcement to let you know that I am definitely going to be stepping away from the funding credit as being able to run it as a full. And I'm going to be, joining an alliance that's going to be taking it to the next level when it comes to, this whole region of, being able to impact a lot more people. And, and I'll definitely be staying connected. I'll still jump on here time to time, but I appreciate it. Anybody that want to get in contact with me, definitely go to info@funding-credit.com. You'll see the courses jumping up on my website with funding-credit.com. Of course, you definitely, the whole Instagram and things like that is going to still be there. And, and I just want to let you guys also know that whatever you're seeking is seeking you. If you're not living a purpose-filled life, guys, you're going to be depleted by the end of this year. There's throwing a lot of distractions out here. You got to stay focused and stay on your square. Okay. Don't be, television, tell lies visually. It's all a lot of propaganda, guys. Don't get caught up. Create your own movie, right? Speak what you want to see, Don't be so, I understand everybody's been shut up and closed down all summer, but what I don't want our people to do is to go through a whole nother year of just being sheeple and just going to the left because somebody said go to the left, or just, stay focused on what you need to do. But first, you got to figure out what you're here for. If you don't know why you're here, then you're just playing with it, man. Why have the blessings and have the possibility of doing anything that you want to do in life, and you just out here just whatever. What you up to tonight? You need to be knowing what you're going to be doing next week. You need to be knowing what you're going to be doing next month, guys. Because this stuff is not, it's not said that we're going to be here. You know how stuff is happening. Just stay focused. Purpose-filled people will be filled with the right stuff. You will be led. People, places, and things will show up for your beckoning call. It's whatever. But you got to be filled with the purpose. Other than that, you're just a walking trash can, man. And I'm saying that publicly. You know, what's anybody with value, how are they going to value you when you just doing the same thing you was doing last year? You ain't talking about nothing, you know? So, hey man, iron sharpen iron. People watching you guys. Let's be the best people that we can be. Let's play God inside out. Let's be God express. Let's show up and let's do some more reading. Let's eat more healthier. Let's take care of our mind, body, and soul. I'm not saying don't go out and have a good time, but just be mindful of where you at and what's going on in your life right now. Just be mindful. Okay. This is Meta Marvin, Funding CEO. I'm saying salute to everybody that's followed me. Appreciate you guys. Remember, again, what you seeking is seeking you. Peace.